peeps, so this is gonna be, why does my nose look crooked? I promise you it's not, it's the shadow. Anyway, this is gonna be a video called My Leg, the Full Story, or my new injury, the whole story. And it's the day after chemo, so this is done up as it's gonna get. It is what leftover eye glue, messy wig. I did get my eyebrows on, a little bit of flush. Anyway, so on Saturday, I was just having a glorious day, being crafty, creating Christmas decorations, and I was in and out of the spare room getting more supplies, and my what turned out to be my final run. I went into the spare bedroom, came back out, tripped over the vacuum cleaner hose, and because I have partial paralysis in this leg, if I don't keep my knee locked when I'm walking on it, that's it. I just don't have, the signal doesn't get through once it bends, and it just goes. I just go down. And there's no stopping it, so that's what happened. I tripped, there's no stopping me. I went straight down and landed with all of my weight on that same leg, which has nerve issues as it is, so even kneeling on it makes me feel like it's bruised. So hitting it, I can't repeat the words, but I said, well, actually at first I didn't have any words, and then I said a little prayer. That's not even being sarcastic. I said a prayer to my good Lord and Savior up above, that I didn't break anything and that I wasn't going to die from the pain. And I also said I wanted my leg back, paralysis wise. And then I realized I was home alone. And in my head I went, okay, I can scream. Because normally I just do that, you know, like the Family Guy thing where you're like, oh. Yeah, you're like, I do that. But this time I was like, I'm home alone. I'm just going to lie on my back in the middle of my hallway and scream. So I did for a little while. And then I started realizing that it wasn't just my knee. I started realizing, oh, my ankle kind of hurt. My ankle really hurts. And then I realized that I cracked, well, I knew right when I fell because I could hear the thunk, like the hard thunk. I hit my head. There's no bruise yet showing up. Oh, never mind. It is a little bit, I don't know if you can, there's starting here, all the way back to like here. I hit my head on the corner of the wall. Don't mind this is always there. This is like, yeah, it's bruised. It's just barely starting to show up. But I cracked my head on the corner of the wall. And then I mildly twisted this arm and I bruised this toe. So I was like doing inventory and I'm like, oh man, like I really cracked myself up. And like, cause I feel and I've like had, like I have fallen quite a few times with my leg, but it's like, it'll hurt in a moment. I'm like, oh, that's gonna leave a mark, and then it kind of dissipates and nothing really happens. So I kind of got up and shook it off, and I was like, okay, like my ankle feels better, like I don't really have, my knee still kind of hurts, whatever. I looked at it and it looked like it was just kind of starting to bruise. I was like, well, okay, you know, not so bad. So I kind of kept making my decorations with what I had, and like the longer I was sitting with it bent, it started feeling more and more pressurized. It started getting worse and worse, and I was like, oh, this isn't good. I thought, well, maybe it'll still, you know, ease off, you know. And my husband finally came home and I got up to greet him, and it hurt. Like when I straightened my leg, it was like, ooh, but I have to keep it straight because that's how I walk on it. So he's like, what did you do? So I told him what I did, whatever. And I was still kind of hobbling around. I made us some lunch, did good, and we laid down for a nap. And by the time I got up from the nap, I couldn't walk because I can't. Normally, yeah, I could have probably like limped around, but because if I bend my knee, I can't use my leg. I couldn't straighten it, so I couldn't do the hobble. So I'm like grabbing onto things. Eventually, I was rolling myself around in an office chair. So I took a couple pictures, which I'll attach. I might try and attach. Probably won't. If I use my big editing thing, I'll attach it. If I just send it from my phone, I won't. I don't know if you can even see. I'm gonna try to show you if you can see how swollen my knee is. Yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit. It's kind of like, yeah, she's a little toasted. She's a little bruised. You can actually, I think I can sort of see the bruise. I don't know if you can see. If you can see how bumped up this way it is. I don't know if you can really tell. But it doesn't look like I have a kneecap anyway. Like when you look at it. Don't know if you can see it from this angle. Back up, go down. There you go. Like you can't really. I'm probably muffled. I'm trying to get you guys to see it, but you can't. It's pretty, the swelling has actually gone down a little bit from where it was. And like I seen some purple, like it was bruising when it first happened. And then it just disappeared and all the swelling kicked in. So I can only imagine how it's gonna look when all like the deep tissue bruising actually starts coming out. I will keep you guys posted for sure. Like I think I can straighten it a little better today. I'm just, like I haven't really had any time to just chill with it, to just let it, you know. Because Sunday I had blood work, so I had to hobble. I like hobbled through the door. I got in a wheelchair by the door and just like sailed myself backwards with the one leg pushing. And then yesterday I had chemo, so I had to hobble, and thank goodness God takes such care of me. He puts angels in my path all the time. And those people at Alan Blair are such angels. And they all know me. As soon as the girl that checks me in, seeing I was in a wheelchair, she's like, I'm just going to push you. And I've been getting beds. So thank goodness I had my bed ready to go. And it was team effort. If I had to go to the bathroom, one girl had my IV, another girl had my wheelchair. So they just took really good care of me. So God's angels were looking after me. Yeah, it was, but it was still, you have to like hobble, and it's still not as good as just chilling. So today I'm going to try to just chill. So yeah, that's the story. I'm doing good. I think it is very slowly getting better, but that's the whole story. I do have some pictures on my Facebook page. But I thought maybe I'd regale everybody with the actual full story, and I will keep you posted on the bruising and what happens with that.